All right, everyone, welcome. Thank you very much for joining me. I am very happy to present this video to you because the markets are really bad, and I want to sort of, prove in a way that we can, we can make it. We can accomplish things. Emotions are a bad thing. If you let emotions get to you, if we pick the right stocks, we can, make things work really good. In this video, guys, I'm going to present to you one company that so far has been doing well. So far has been higher than when I had called it. Nothing explosive, right? But that's okay, because the explosive stocks that we search sometimes are the penny stocks, and most of the times you're gonna fail. You're gonna lose money, right? So we want solid investments, guys. We want solid investments, and I think people understand that, and they remember that, or they try to understand it when the portfolio is hit hard, when the markets are going really bad, when no matter what they pick, things are going bad, right? Just pick some really good companies. I've said this many years, but I can't say it in every single video because people are just going to get tired of me. But good companies have a little bit of a dividend also, right? All right, so that's what we're going to look at, right? Before we begin, guys, join the Discord if you want. The Discord is through Patreon, because someone asked me, should I join Patreon or Discord? It's through Patreon, right? So if you sign up to my Patreon, you have access to the Discord. Why should you join Discord? Because you might be missing out, all right? This year so far, basically my Discord is I give my picks, what I think is a buy, at what price, and what I think is a sell at what price. So basically you will know ahead of time, okay, I like this stock, I think it's a buy, I'll buy it at this price, and I'll sell it at that price. You know that stuff ahead of time. So how about this? 247 picks that I made so far this year. 247 sold already, profitable. 45 open positions, which of those 45, some will turn green or are already green, but some of these will be green by the end of the year and they'll be out, so that number will be less. Plus, if you add in this 45 open positions, some of them are for long term anyways. Some ETFs that I had picked and so on. So this is really good. And only 8 for a loss. If you like these numbers and you think that so far this year, someone being able to do this is a good thing, then you can join my Patreon, right? You'll also have access to all the other trades. All right, guys, so the stock is ticker symbol NAT. Basically back on May 25th, 2023, I said, from the VRT, which I regret, and RMBS sales that I made, I had sold Vertiv Holdings and RMBS profitable. So I told them that from the profits we made from selling those, I'm taking the money and I'm going to throw them into ticker symbol NAT at $3.80. That was on May 25th, 2023, which then I went on to sell, and everyone knew about it right ahead of time. I went on to sell the same thing, NAT, at $4.30 on August 2nd, 2023. Now, if I sold it on August 2nd, 2023 for $4.30, what's the point of this video? I'll explain, because right now it's trading lower, right? So that's the point. And there's something coming out, which you should know. And the company itself said that we're going to expect something positive, right? So we'll get to that. So Nordic American Tanker right now is trading at $4.10. Perhaps, maybe not on Monday, because of the effects of the Jerome Powell speech at Jackson Hole, it can go a little lower, right? So that's why I made this video. But even at $4.10, still, in my opinion, might be a good opportunity. I'm saying might because I have to be careful from here on. People, 99% of people understand when they see a YouTube video that they don't buy blindly and they have to do their own due diligence, but there's always that 1%. So it's always like that in life. If 99% of the people know that they have to turn right on a specific street and one person turns left and there's an accident, then the city has to put signs because of that one person. It's always like that. So be careful, guys. Do your own due diligence. But in my opinion, Nordic American Tanker is a great company. It is a great long-term investment. Of course, it's a shipping stock, and there's the cyclicalities with that. But we'll get to all that stuff. All right. So Monday, August 28th, Nordic American Tanker Shipping, NAT is the ticker symbol. is expected to report an earnings recovery when it releases second quarter results ahead of the opening bell, right? So before the regular in pre-market. While the New York Stock Exchange listed shipping company, which maintains a Suezmax only fleet of tankers, reported seasonal slowdown with the release of their first earnings back in May, it said that the phenomenon had already bottomed. Nordic American Tanker expects to post higher second quarter earnings. But why do they expect that? What do they mean by that? Well, it says here on the article, additionally, it anticipated earnings to be at higher levels than in the past due to the low order book of new ships, which resulted in an improvement in spot rates. On the demand side, Nordic American Tanker said 2022 was focused on Europe's energy challenge following the Russian invasion of Ukraine. This year, though, in 2023, the re-emergence of India and the Far East after the pandemic is likely to have significant effect on oil markets, adding to an already tight market for NAT. The company is expected to report revenue of 88% surge in revenue to $65.2 million for the first 3 months to June 30, 2023. The earnings per share are expected to have recovered also to 14 cents from the 2-cent loss earlier in the year. On Benzinga, a little while back, June 22nd, 2023, Wall Street's most accurate analyst says buy these 3 energy stocks with over 3% dividend yield. Should you care what Benzinga article says, or should you care what the Wall Street's most accurate analyst is? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It's up to you. The dividend yield for Nordic American Tankers, guys, is at 14.6%. The annual dividend is at 60 cents. That's a pretty good one, all right? It's not bad, all right? If you want, obviously, better dividends, each month and so on, I have made a video about Tesla. You can check that out. And there's also ticker symbol MSFO that came out that has to do with Microsoft. And he does call options on Microsoft. And he has a monthly dividend also. But yeah, those are different things that I've done a video about that. But to be fair and have a more balanced video, right, we have to also include risks. I'm going to just state some risks that one analyst is saying. And then we'll look at financial information and see if this analyst is right or wrong. So Nordic American Tankers, says the analyst, right, it's not me, this is from an analyst. The analyst says that the company is facing challenges due to its aging fleet, limited cash reserves, so we'll look at the cash reserve in a little bit, and potential difficulties in managing or repaying debt. We'll look at the debt in a little bit, and we'll also look at things like cash flow, income, and all that stuff, and see, is there a problem with the debt? The company's high debt to free cash flow ratio and premium valuation suggests a disconnect between market valuation and underlying fundamentals. So that's what the analyst says. As far as the valuation, I'm not going to play that I am Warren Buffett or the greatest, valuation expert. But I don't agree with him, with this analyst. I think that the valuation of the stock is good right now. It has a really good valuation. So revenue for the company, they finished the year 2022 with $339 million. That was a really good revenue. By far one of their best revenues since 2015, right? So they did well. If we look at the operating income, they finished positive 41.8. Now, this is the data that we have for full year, right? The full year 2023 we'll have at the end of the year. But as far as the operating income is concerned, which is 41.8 positive, that's good. And it's supposed to finish higher in 2023, right? So keep that in mind. What I mean by operating income, you can see on the bottom of the screen, it says that operating income is the amount of profit a company has after paying off all its expenses related to its core operations. Let's look at something else, total liabilities. It was $339 million for the year 2022. You know what? That's not bad if you look at the fact that the company has been lowering its total liabilities and its total debt for the past 4 years. So every single year for the past 4 years, they have less total liabilities, less total debt. So far, I don't know about this guy saying that they can't manage their debt. I'm seeing them reduce their debt every single year for the past 4 years. If we look at net income, the company finished 2022 with a positive $15.1 million in net income, which is very important. And 2023 is going to be better. So that's good so far. Operating cash flow is at 24.13, And if we look at the investing cash flow, negative 14.3. Investing cash flow means that it is the total change in cash from buying and selling investments and long-term assets. PE ratio of the company is at 9.5. This company has a good valuation. Also, and obviously you don't just look at the PE ratio and that's it, that's the whole valuation. There's a lot of things we got to look at, but if we take into consideration the PE ratio and all the other financial data that we just picked, just as specific financial data, I think that this company is valued really good. So the valuation is good, not bad. The analysts are giving this company a $5 low, 525 average, and a high of 550. If the earnings on Monday, August 28th are what the company expects and says they would be, then the stock is headed for 5 plus, right? Not on the same day, obviously, right? Don't expect on the same day it's going to go from 410 to 5 plus, but it's headed up there, right? And he pays a dividend. So I don't know. I think in my opinion, guys, this is a good stock, and it has been positive ever since May when I called it. So had I just invested in that since May, sure, okay, 380 I would have bought it, and it's at 410, 413 in the after hours today. As of now, you would say, well, that's not a big gain. That's nothing, Mike. That's small. Yeah, well, you know what? If I had all my money on that, that's I wouldn't have lost anything, right? The markets are doing bad, yet this stock is sitting there solid and being able to stay afloat. So I like that. All right. So also, like I said, if you want to join my Discord, if you like these numbers that you're seeing, and you want to join my Discord, link is in the comment section below. Have a good one, everyone. Take care.